Hey everybody, it's your old friend John DeLuna. Guess what? It is new Soundwave number 52.
That's like a whole year.
Yeah, not exactly of the same formatted show, but technically yes. It's been a year of something called new Soundwave happening approximately this time once a week.
Awesome.
So awesome. It's jawsome. And to celebrate, we're going to give away a prize that is related to the current the current format of the show. It is Super Street Fighter 4 for the 360. And so full details coming later in the show, but it involves Twitter. It involves not a lot of work.
Awesome.
And there's a way for you to get three times the chances to win. Yeah, so we'll do that at the end of the show. Okay, so with me this week is our old friend, Brian Kilby, our awesome friend, Rob Springer, and our mysterious and, dare I say, awesomer friend, Peter, a.k.a. K. Buiver. Gentlemen.
Oh, wait, we're going to the Thunderdome.
Yeah. How are we? How are we, guys?
Awesome.
It's a sausage fest. It's a sausage fest for show 52. That's all right. That's all right.
That's all right. It is
every
a
now and then,
podcast.
Lady Rec, Amy, kind of listens in, but let's be frank, she just kind of listens for the most part. So, she's our number one fan, and she's like, she breaks up the monotony of the boys' night out. But hopefully Amy will stick around next week. But this week, some interesting stuff in the news. We've got the founder or the creator of Megaman leaving Capcom. Holy crap! We've got some sales numbers on PlayStation. We've got an awesome Rock Band 3 guitar that's coming out. And then some interesting topics involving the U.S. Supreme Court. And I promise you it will not be boring, even though it sounds like it might be. It will not be. So let's get to the news real quick. Like I said, the creator of Mega Man has packed his bags, his little knapsack, put it on a stick, and he is walking down the railroad tracks looking for a new job. Keiji Inafune has left Capcom, and Capcom has promptly been inundated with hate mail and panicked emails, but they assure you that they have, quote, a can-do fire inside their offices, and so all your sweet Mega Man titles will go on. Gentlemen, a week or two ago, we talked about the importance, I guess, or the significance of people who are behind the franchises that we play. Is this like a big deal? Is it time to panic a little bit for Mega Man stuff?
That just went half of Capcom's releases each year.
Yeah.
These days, yeah.
I mean, how do I say this? How pure is the Mega Man franchise right now? I mean, it's just so fragmented amongst so many different games. There's really no uniformity, and there's no quality control, and there's really no cohesiveness between the games. I mean, does it really matter that he left?
That's fair. I mean, we've had a Mega Man soccer game, good or bad.
A Mega Man kart game.
Just the fact that we've had that. Yeah,
but does it?
Capcom's not the best with their properties.
I think my question always goes back to: does it? Has he always been the go-to guy to develop a kick-ass Mega Man game, despite all these like baseball or soccer or ring toss Mega Man games? Is he the guy who say, hey, this guy's behind this Mega Man game, I'm buying it because I know it's going to be awesome?
Yeah. Good point.
It's the same thing as I guess I'm making the case because of Shigeru Miyamoto, right? He makes he's always behind the Mario games, but Mario plays tennis, he goes to the Olympics, he plays soccer, he plays basketball, he rides horses. It doesn't really matter what kind of game it is.
It's an active lifestyle.
Right. So, but when it's Mario, it's serious time. Like, it's going to be an awesome game because he has input in that game, and it's going to be great.
That's true. And I guess it's kind of to Nintendo's credit, too. Like, they would never let a crappy Mario game out of the gate. It just wouldn't happen. With Mega Man, I don't know.
Mario is
I
missing.
mean, there's always exceptions, but for the most part, they seem to be fairly protective of him. You know,
Mario-centric games, not like Mario sports
Yeah.
games or something.
You know,
yeah.
we're talking about Ifuami or however you say his name, and the crap storm that's been created. Imagine if that happened at Nintendo.
Oh yeah.
Like Nintendo's
Oh,
literally
I
just
can't
went
imagine.
crap. We're
At
going
this
out of business,
point,
guys.
like, I can't imagine he would ever leave, right? I
think
mean,
he
he'll
is
retire.
Nintendo at this point.
They would like just throw half the Japanese economy at him to keep him
Yes.
because
Like,
he's kind of like Willy Wonka to them.
He's like getting fruitcakes in the
is.
mail by Reggie. Like, oh, nice, thanks, Reggie.
So is is he the best known for like developing kick-ass Mega Man games? I mean,
I don't know.
Is that his
That's a
thing?
good question. I don't think so. Well, I think for one thing, the Mega Man like name has suffered for all the reasons we just outlined. So it's not like even if he was like the go-to guy for kick-ass Mega Man games, there's probably been just enough crappy Mega Man games
Right.
to tarnish that title. It's not like when you say Mega Man, everybody thinks, oh, game of the year every time. Like whenever it comes out, it's not as bad as Sonic because Sonic is just a wreck at this point.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's somewhere in between, a Mario's level of excellence and your average game that comes out, your average gaming franchise. Mega Man's usually a solid B plus ish game. I think that's probably where most expectations are.
Yeah. Yeah.
NBA Elite 11 canceled, buddy. Sit on that. EA.
Damn it.
EA Tiburon, the developer of Madden, has picked it up, and so if you're in the mood for anything that's not NBA Jam, you're gonna have to wait. Microsoft now expects the Kinect to sell 5 million units by Christmas. This thing is on fire. Is anybody here gonna get one? I think I've asked this before.
Yeah. I probably
I don't
will.
plan to.
Yeah, I'm going to.
That's right. Do you guys have a Wii?
No.
Yes.
I have a Wii.
Nice.
I don't plan to get Kinect, but not for that reason.
Mm,
I just it's
Okay, on
The
my,
Wii-
my Christmas list this year is a Kinect, a Roku box, Rock Band 3, and a Keurig. So I'll be happy
Nice.
if I get all of that.
you know
We'll have a happy
I own
Brian.
a Wii. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah.
I own a Wii, but not for the motion controls. It's the fact that I'm going to get the Nintendo system anyway. So it's like, motion controls my Xbox? No, I'll just play Halo regular.
I almost bought a Virtual Boy this weekend. I came that
Oh,
close.
I love Virtual
Nice.
Boy.
How much was it going for?
It was $50. It was missing the tripod, but that was it.
Oh, that's
Oh.
that's detrimental to playing it.
Well, I could get a tripod, or I could just strap the thing.
And you could
to my
walk
head.
around the office with it strapped on,
Yes.
which was awesome. Fantastic. I remember my little cousin actually got a brand new Virtual Boy, and I played it for, I guess, all of 10 minutes before I got vertigo. It was fairly typical, but what are you going to do, right?
I
It's all
bought
for
it brand
innovation.
new when it first came out. I was like a senior in high school at the time, and I remember discovering that I could just lay down in bed and put it on top of my face and turn off that pause thing, and really, really, really regret every long gameplay position. Because it'd be like that shooter game, I forget the name of it. Okay, I'll keep flying into the walls. Damn it, I can't see through them. Okay,
How was the
alright.
lighting on that thing?
I enjoyed it. I mean, I
On
thought it was.
Virtual Boy?
Yeah.
It was
I never had
okay.
a problem with it.
I mean, is it fairly bright
fun.
and everything?
Yeah. I mean, you
Yeah.
don't miss anything. It's like the red and black. It's just like playing Game Boy. You just stop caring after a few minutes and keep playing.
Yeah. Even though your brain is going haywire, like all
Except
the
for that
nerve endings
one,
behind your eyes.
Except for that one polygon shooter game where you couldn't see the walls because they didn't think to fill any of the polygons in. It's like,
Whoops.
donk, what's going on? Donk, damn it, what's going on? Oh, I'm in a wall.
Man. I love a good not finished game. It's almost kind of sad that now they have patches that basically fix all the major flaws when a new game comes out, because I kind of miss it. I kind of miss the days when they released a lemon. They really released a lemon, and it was like
Man,
for
yeah.
all time.
Super Double
No going
Dragon.
Yeah,
It's
there's
like,
no going
man,
back.
this game's gonna be awesome. It just stops. Then you find out later, oh, they didn't finish it and they just released it.
Okay.
It's so crazy. I think till this day it still like freaks me out. Like, do you really? I mean, do they just run out of money and they're just like, in order to attempt to recoup these losses, we're just gonna throw this game out there and hope
Yes.
we make like $25 back?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I want to make a quick aside, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hijack your show, John.
Go.
People watching the video, which you should be watching the video if you're listening to the podcast right now. It's tfradio.net/live. We record this on Wednesdays. But I had a request for the Singamajigs because we haven't brought them out this week. I couldn't find it, but I did find my stuffed uterus.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Is
What?
that not the same thing?
It's
Whoa.
no.
Oh,
That is
wow.
not
Totally
what they
different,
look
totally
like.
different. So,
Oh God!
so
What is
Yeah.
that thing?
yes. So
Rob's comment would be the greatest tagline for that toy ever.
Yes. So I just wanted to say that had a request for the Singamajig, couldn't find it. Stuffed uterus.
Now wait a minute. Okay,
Oh.
an aside to your aside, you have 3 Singamajigs and you couldn't find one.
I think Kim took them to work. So
You know
My
what?
wife
She
took
either
ours
A,
to
took
work.
them to work, or B, hid them.
took them to work.
Yeah.
Or your cat
Hello,
pissed on them
Barry.
and yeah, it's worked out.
Oh no. Yeah. Okay. So hey, Brian, are you laying odds that Singamajigs are going to be like the Furbies of 2010?
Got it.
I'm not laying odds. No.
No, not betting on it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't bet on.
No.
Because they're actually fun.
I think there's a good chance, but I don't know for certain.
Mm.
They're actually fun.
Well,
you see, and
If it's not the
usually gets
Singamajig, it's
like
the
the Suzu
Suzus.
pet.
That's true.
That uterus is
Yeah.
taking it.
Juju pets were the biggest like faked fad ever.
Yeah.
It was
totally.
like it seemed like on December 1st, the toy industry decided, hey, we don't have one this year. We don't have like a Furby this year. Pick something, and it all of a sudden became
I'm
these
gonna pull that car
gerbil
with fur.
hamsters.
Yeah, now they fight each other. Like, wow, 1 year and you're already scraping the barrel. What to do with this thing?
Yeah, yeah. It didn't take long to like go mix in a little bit of Ninja Turtles
Yeah.
into these into that toy line. Kind of sad. King Juju, pass, buddy. Hey, Brian, you mentioned Rock Band 3 was on your Christmas list.
Yes.
Official release details for the Fender guitar have come out. It will be awesome. Pre-order is starting January 1st.
Really?
It will be, yes, it will be shipped to customers and retailers around March 1st. And more importantly, start saving your pennies, buddy, because it's $280.
I'm going to spend
200
I'm going to spend $120 to get the version with the keyboard, and that's it. Though I probably do need the new drum set.
Hey, everybody says that's the way to go. And, you know, I mean, people are waiting for this guitar. I can't believe they're going to charge $280, and I also can't believe they're going to sell truckloads of them.
I'm not
sure.
I'm not going to learn to play
Ridiculous.
guitar playing Guitar Hero. I mean Rock Band, so I'm not going to worry about it.
Yeah.
Redonkulous.
Yeah. Redunculous. But, you know, to be fair, I still have like, I don't know, at least 2 couples that are like friends of my wife and I. Literally, they'll go like on a Rock Band, I don't know, binge, and literally for like 2 or 3 weeks in a row after work, they sit there and they play Rock Band after work. Like that's their bonding time instead of, I don't know, watching
Doing
TV,
it.
cuddling, what have you.
Or
Maybe they
doing
cuddle
it.
while they play. I don't know.
It's possible.
It's possible. Okay, so Nintendo has ruled out the possibility of a Wii console price cut this holiday, and instead they're going to focus on bundles and, you know, throwing in stuff and different packaging packages and stuff like that. So
And
Red. Cheap enough.
different colors.
yeah, why not a Pikachu Wii?
Right. A green
Yeah.
one, a Luigi version.
Have we had a Pikachu Wii yet?
Not yet.
I guess not. Have we?
I'm surprised it's not there. Hasn't been one.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Hey, Sony's got its ups and got its downs. For the quarter, Sony sold 3.5 million PlayStation 3s. That's good. It's up from 3.2 million last year. And software sales were also up.
That's pretty good.
From about 24 million. Yeah, from about 24 million to 35 million. Also good. Thumbs up, buddy.
It's pretty good.
If you're a fan of the PSP, you got problems. Sales this quarter
yeah.
for the
All of
portable
one of you.
were down 50% from last year. And
I'm
software
surprised it's only 50%. I mean,
Yeah,
honestly.
you know what? Doesn't it feel like all of a sudden? I mean, PSP has been, I would say, not a failure, but doesn't it feel like the world has just decided like time's up? Like all of a sudden, like this summer, everybody decided, this is like completely done. This is over.
The Game Gear done happened to PSP.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, calling PSP not a failure, I think, is I guess, a moderate success in the face of DS and, just Nintendo's handheld savvy. But I don't know. It's over. It's over, people. Hey, in other PSP news, the handheld is ditching the UMD discs that the original PSP used. And Kotaku.com are saying that the PSP 2 will feature 1 gig of RAM as compared to the PSP Go's 64 megs. And the 360's 512 megs.
Wow.
And Nintendo's 3DS even is only rumored to have about 64 megs of RAM. So again, clearly this is Sony thinking an incredibly powerful piece of hardware is going to win instead of software.
Right. So they've learned nothing.
Yes. So it's going to be like this kick-ass piece of machinery with maybe 3 games that you would like to play at some point. I don't know. It seems like their old strategy again of just kind of bragging about hardware and numbers and stuff. I don't know. Hopefully they'll change. The PSP 2 looks really nice. I mean, everybody knows it's going to be an awesome piece of hardware. I just wish they would get the software right.
Yeah, impressive enough, but what am I going to do with this?
Yeah. Not
I know.
play it.
Yeah.
Chuck it at somebody.
Occasionally
Sad.
download firmware. What can I do now? Oh, that's neat.
I can play PS1 games on it.
I think this relegates to the point where it's like I used to walk around with a really old like 5-year-old MP3 player, and people were like, "Why don't you just buy a new one, which is lighter and much better?" And I said, "Hey, sometimes I walk into dicey neighborhoods. I need this. I need this very extremely heavy MP3 player to beat somebody back with."
Nice.
And maybe that's why people buy PSPs, so they can use it as something just to throw at somebody before they run away.
Yeah, I had a
As a
ginormous
fun object.
created Zen. It was literally
Yeah.
it was the size of a deck of cards, but it
Yep.
weighed like 4 pounds.
Yep, and the back was metal.
Yes.
I still use it.
Yeah.
It still works.
To like hold doors open. It's like a doorstop. Yeah.
It was my
Nice.
doorstop. Yeah,
Yeah. Tie notes to it and throw it through people's windows.
exactly.
Very nice. Very nice. Hey, before we get to the topic, I am going to jump ahead. I'm going to explain the contest, and I'll explain it again after we do the topic. So here we go. So
Love a little
again,
wrestling.
this is a super duper special deluxe episode of New Soundwave. It's New Soundwave number 52. And Brian, help me out here. Over the 52 shows, New Soundwave has been a generic geeky podcast. It's been a video game podcast. Has it been anything else, or is it kind of?
It was a bacon
waffled between-
podcast for a minute.
It was the bacon podcast for
Like
one
a
shining
minute.
moment. Yeah, the
Yeah.
greatest moment we've ever had
Tasted great.
in our lives. It tasted great. We have to go to the cardiologist now once a month. I think that's it. But it seems like New Soundwave is always kind of up until like this video game joint has always kind of been this this
mess.
piece of clay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was a really popular show because people like general geek things.
Just
because
geekery.
because most of us are general geeks, but
Yes.
the show really didn't have a form or a focus in the
Yeah.
focusing on video games is something we all have a passion for. Even though I don't play games a lot, I can still consider myself a gamer. But most of my gaming is retro because I like retro gaming. But that's the cool thing about being a gamer. You can, I can be a fighter fan. I can be a FPS fan. I'm a retro fan. So, it's really helped crystallize the show for me and give it a focus. And I really think this is the best new Soundwave ever. And it's been like the 7th iteration.
Nice. Yeah, I know. No kidding. We really should call it like Soundwave 7 or something like that. Maybe do a WrestleMania type logo for it. It'd be fun.
You are the logo man.
Yeah, I should do an homage to WrestleMania 7's logo, whatever the heck that was. Let's see here. Okay. The contest. Yes. So we want to do something that's kind of easy for you guys because we love you and we want you to love us back if you want that Super Street Fighter 4 game for 360. So all you got to do here is follow TF Radio on Twitter. If you don't, shame on you. If you do, great. So follow TF Radio on Twitter. And for the next 3 shows, starting with this show, retweet the tweet when new Soundwave is posted. So whenever new shows are posted, Brian or one of us tweets that. He says new Soundwave is up and gives you the link. So that tweet, all you got to do is follow us and retweet that tweet for the next 3 shows. And each time you retweet that new show announcement, you get a chance to win. So if you retweet the next 3 shows, you get 3 times the chances to win Super Street Fighter 4
when you do the retweet,
on the 360.
Don't click the retweet button unless you're using like Brizzly or something. Actually do the RT then at TF Radio. So that way we have an easier way of tracking you. If you just hit the retweet button, we may miss it. So make sure you do the RT at TF Radio. That's
there
important.
You go.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So yeah, follow us on Twitter and retweet when we tweet that new Soundwave is online. Okay, so the topic, and I'm going to put a retro gaming twist on this too. Video game censorship has apparently gone to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is having to kind of weigh in on violence, specifically in video games. The Supreme Court has expressed sympathy for a California law that aims to keep children away from ultra-violent video games, but several justices have said that the law faces a high constitutional hurdle. Doesn't every law? Anyway, the High Court heard arguments yesterday over a California ban that would make it illegal for retailers to sell or rent violent video games to anyone under 18. So parents would be able to buy the games and give them to their kids, like they can do violent movies, say. But retailers can't sell directly to minors, or they'd face a fine of like $1,000 or something like that. Gentlemen, what do we think of just the idea, first of all, of something like this? Do violent video games, I mean, do they need to be censored to this degree? Do they need to be restricted to this degree? As Brian holds up his plush urethra or whatever that is.
No, urethra is the different sex. Different sex.
I know. I just like how it's just like this nebulous organ thing. But it does look friendly.
Yes, it does.
So this is why, also, if you're listening to the recorded podcast, this is why you need to watch us live. Because Brian holds up. Yeah. You can watch Brian pound a cheap energy drink and hold up.
This is Rockstar Recovery, my friend.
Oh, man.
No
look at
cheap
this.
energy drink.
Yeah,
here.
don't diss the Rockstar, man.
Brian's got brand name stuff now. Rich blood. And yes, plush Chinese lips. I don't know, whatever that is. Okay, so anyway.
It's a Chinese baby.
Yeah, it is. It's the actual, it's a live Chinese baby.
I'm offended.
You're not Chinese, are you?
Brian is
Yes, I am.
now Angelina Jolie. Okay, so anyway.
I would adopt this child. I actually went to China to adopt this child.
Look at it. It's
Nah,
so
actually,
sweet.
it's not a child at all. It's actually, the child's in here, and I actually ripped this out to save it, so the child will be born in a few months.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
So back to video game censorship. As Brian cuddles his Chinese baby fetus thing. Is it a good idea? Do you guys think or do you guys think this is inevitable or good or bad idea? I mean, should small kids be turned away when they try to buy a really violent video game?
I don't know.
Well, go ahead.
No. Part of me, wants to say no, absolutely not. It's free speech. Then, then another part of me says, well, we protect kids in America from pornography. But I mean, if it were up to me, if I wouldn't protect kids from pornography, they'll see it eventually anyway. We just end up with a bunch of prudes running around. So sure. Let's put violent video games in the hands of children. It's a good catharsis. I played violent video games. I've never hurt a person. I've never been even been in a fight before. So, and I like pornography too. So,
Clearly.
sorry.
Clearly. Okay. So anyway, well, do you guys, Rob, Peter, do you guys have any thoughts on this? Because I've got a retro spin on it. And
if it will finally end the bull crap with parents wanting to blame it and all sorts of stuff, it's like, sure. Then the only thing you say is, well, you know what? Your kid got the thing because you bought it for him, or one of his friends gave it to him. Who's responsible now?
Your kid got syphilis because he bought a game.
Yeah, it's like, there's no parents of bratty kids blaming Doom because their bratty kids did something terrible. It's okay. Well, how did they get it? Yeah, that to me to be like, okay, you know what? Fine. We put a rating on it. You guys still didn't abide by it. Walmart checks your ID. You still don't abide by it. You know what? Here, if they're still getting it, look, dude, it's on you. It's sorry, it's on you. But aside from that, it's like, yeah, I used to play Splatterhouse at Showbiz Pizza. And
what do you think about the new Splatterhouse? Do you think the court should keep that out of the hands of like a 7-year-old?
I don't know. They might not have a future Robo Rob in their hands.
Yeah, and God help us.
Yeah.
Peter, anything?
I think this is every time I can't even try
Peter's
to.
torn.
Yeah, no, it's not. I don't even know how to express my anger in a concise manner. I just don't understand how lawmakers consistently believe that laws like this are a good way to replace parenting.
Good point.
Because I mean, okay, so porn, right? Like Brian was saying, parents will have porn and they'll give it to their kids or something like that. They could buy it and give it to their kids. Still, to this day, you can still do that. Video games, they should be okay. When I was 16 and we were buying an M-rated game, we went to Toys R Us, picked up the game, got it, and they said, just to let you know, this game is rated for people 17 and older. And they were like, are you okay with that? And Mom said, yes. Because if you're 10, unless you're really that frugal and that good, you're going to be buying those M&Ms, those packs of M&Ms and that candy. You are not going to have the money to purchase a $60 game for Xbox. You just don't. You do not have the resources to consistently buy these violent video games. And there is not a definitive report right now that shows that kids that play violent video games, like I'm sure, like Brian and Rob have said before, they've killed people, probably millions of people in video games. How many people have they killed in real life?
Yeah.
None. How many rabbits have they killed? Maybe when they ran it over. They haven't I
hit a rabbit once. I cried for weeks actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Brian is still hurt of it, and that's why he's hugging that uterus right now.
Yeah, he wasn't desensitized at all.
Right, he's not desensitized. I think there are still things that when I read
Nice.
in newspapers and in
Hug it
books,
out.
I still get I still get grossed out by things. I've been shooting people to death since I've been 13 or whatever age. I've been killing people in video games since, way before these stupid studies came out. And that's the worst part about, the world. I mean, maybe it happens the same way in the rest of the world, but they really do. the blame has to stop somewhere. And I guess in the case of Western society, the best way to have the best way for parenting is just to point your finger at somebody to your left and your right and say they're all wrong. You know, my kid's a good kid, and it wasn't until they started playing this stupid video game. Like, you know, I mean, Mario has been around since the 80s. Nobody randomly jumped on people's heads thinking that they would pop.
Well.
Well, if you've seen American History X, you'd know better than that.
Okay,
man.
yeah, right. That
And they
grosses-
will.
I've been shooting so many people, and that scene just grossed me out. Right? This kind of, it's just, there's something so, like, I know that they were explaining what a game is considered offensive and that things are considered patently offensive. I think the fact that that Arnold Schwarzenegger, being the biggest hypocrite on the face of the planet right now, pretty much him and his attorneys general, like, trying to sue or trying to, just trying to ban this stuff when he's made his millions off of violent movies. And
Governor.
It just doesn't make any sense. It's just, I mean,
it comes across as just, I don't know, typical posturing, and it's for show.
Exactly. Like, Arnold, you have nothing to prove anymore. This is your last year.
Oh no.
You have nothing.
Peter's calling out. Peter wants a fist fight.
He's in a lame duck session right now. He has nothing to prove anymore. He's done.
He's done. Hey,
I
want to take it real quick into a retro direction. And I think all three of you guys have touched on this a little bit already. Is when we were growing up, we didn't play our video games weren't quite as violent or sexual as current video games, but still.
I don't know. Go-Go 13.
Go-Go 13, it was all implied, though.
Yeah. Bionic Commando, Hitler just melting.
That was pretty
And
awesome.
what you can do in 8 bits is not kind of equal to what you can do these days.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not like, and I know this is a small sample of 3 men, but I mean, it's not like that stuff. When you were playing the most violent games of our time, I mean, you didn't like feel like it was corrupting you or ruining you. I mean, it didn't feel. I mean, it was just kind of. It was always a game. I don't think they give kids enough credit. I think kids know it's a game, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a game.
It's not real, Brian.
They know that they're not the ones who are physically holding that shotgun and pumping it each time they shoot somebody in the chest.
They're not?
Right.
No.
Right.
Sorry.
Well, when you guys were in your glory days of video gaming, were there any games that were particularly like, I don't know, too violent for your own tastes, or
Mario 64.
it was obscene? All the nudity.
Yeah.
All the nudity.
Yeah.
I mean, like Splatterhouse is a good example because I guess Splatterhouse was considered somewhat graphic when it came out.
Well, Splatterhouse, it was the religion thing, I think, that caused it more than the gore.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Well, yeah, religious imagery was kind of the big deal when we were growing up. Yes, because that's easy to do. It's easy to offend when you can throw like a swastika on something in a game. I mean, these days you can do like explicit sex scenes.
Boy,
like
can you? Yeah.
Choose your own adventure sex scenes, basically deciding what happens.
Right.
Download patches and purposely hack a game to play sex scenes and
Absolutely.
I can
What we're
take
saying
this
is we all
remote
turned out
shove-
normal, but all these kids now, they're going to be sexual deviants. That's what we're saying.
yeah.
You
Apparently,
know,
kids nowadays are stupid.
Well, yeah. Have you talked to one? But honestly, if we want to point the blame, Window of Pain. Sorry, that's a song. If we were to point the blame, hey parents, when your kids are sitting at the computer, seeing real stuff, seeing the real perverse stuff, not God of War going and dry humping someone after a 20-hour passcode entry progress, it's like, hey, my kid's on Facebook talking to his friends. You see what they're talking about? No, what do you think they're talking about? Porn.
Yes.
You know, check out what they're
Just
texting
like
to each
us.
other. Yeah, I
Just-
mean, remember when you were a kid, then things say, hey, here's a way I can talk to my friends that my parents won't overhear. Oh, wait, here's a creepy guy down the street that eventually someone's uncle kicked his ass, you know, and he stopped coming around. No. You know, there's parental blocks and all that. Actually, instead of chasing the video games that, by all means, quit giving your kids $70 to spend on a Halo Reach Around or whatever. You know, they could say, hey, how about you spend $30 on some parental blocks? Or, you know, control your kids, for God's sakes. Hey, like, you know, take that belt off and, yeah, who got a
let 'em have it.
spanking? Yeah, I mean,
Let them taste. Let their butt taste that leather.
I mean, when we,
Wow, that's quote of the night right there.
Yeah.
where's that uterus?
I like it. I like this. I like this old school Justice by Rob.
Well, it's just, I'm not
Be the best
condoning,
parenting book ever. It's just got a belt in it.
I'm not condoning child cruelty. I'm just saying,
They
actually,
should just get hit once in a while.
parent your kids. You know, it's like, you know, don't do that. You're in timeout, buddy. You know, take something away from the damn kid every once. You know, punish the kid. Make them see the right and wrong. Be a parent. Don't let laws handle it. Don't let school books handle it. You know, don't expect the teachers to tell them anything. Man, they're making like $30,000 a year. They ain't telling your kids crap, and they're out of here good. You know, I mean, you know, that's screw the games. Limit what they can do. It's, you know, Atari. I want to play Atari now. No. Crap.
Nice.
Yeah. Don't play Nintendo. No.
Yeah,
Come for the
exactly.
grass.
Hey Brian,
The-
I think we found a new format for the show.
Rob's
New
parenting
Soundwave
tip.
parenting podcast. Yeah.
It'd be a picture of
Old
Homer
school
choking
parenting
himself.
podcast.
Old school parenting. Yeah. It's got a picture of Peter with nunchucks and Rob with a 2x4 and a kid just crying in the corner. I can see it now. So on that note, this is awesome. Awesome. I love how we started with, let's see what, the U.S. Supreme Court. Then we went to Splatterhouse. And then we went to breaking a 5-year-old's bones.
Yes.
Good old child rearing discipline.
Yeah, to make him a better person. So to wrap up the show real quick again, this was show 52. And
Back
that
in my day, we
means
tore up a kid's ass.
That means, yeah, back in show number 1, New Soundwave number 1, we were, you know, breaking 5-year-olds like right
Yes.
over our.
Yes.
It was a simpler time. Hey, because it's show 52 for this, we're going to kick off a contest. I told you about it just a few minutes ago, and we're going to wrap up the show with it. All you got to do to celebrate the 1-year anniversary of New Soundwave and give yourself a chance to win Super Street Fighter 4 for 360 is follow us on Twitter. Follow TF Radio on Twitter. And for the next 3 shows, starting with this show, when we tweet that New Soundwave has been posted, retweet that tweet. And to Brian's point, put the RT at the beginning.
Yes.
RT at TF Radio.
Or it doesn't count.
Or it doesn't count. Tisk tisk. Anyway, every time you do that, you get a chance to win. So if you retweet the next 3 shows, you get 3 chances, 3 times the odds, baby. And then we're going to announce the winner after the 3rd show, the week after that. So I think that's like Thanksgiving week. So hey, look, you get maybe if you win, it's a free gift. It's a gift for your friends or family. It's a gift for you. Whatever. So start retweeting when we tweet new Soundwave shows. For this show, for this week, show number 52, I am John DeLuna. For Rob, Peter, and Brian, we will see you next week. And good luck with the contest.